The United Nations Foundation, as David Aylward said in his introductory remarks, is a function of Ted Turner's global philanthropy. Ted Turner founded the United Nations Foundation 12 years ago with a commitment of $1 billion to support the United Nations and UN causes. The UN Foundation, I've been privileged to be the president of the foundation for the last 12 years. The foundation works in three main substantive tracks. In addition to helping the UN overall, we work on children's health issues, women's reproductive health issues, and the environment and climate change. And in each of these, we are searching for ways in which we can engage with many private sector partners who want to work on these same kinds of issues, to engage with them and get them to work very closely with the overall framework of the United Nations itself, which reaches into every corner of the world. Through UNICEF, WHO, the International Telecommunications Organization, UNFPA, the Family Planning Organization, the UN, institutions reach everywhere, but they cannot do the job by themselves. So it is our responsibility on the private side to bring other resources to bear. And that's what the mHealth Alliance is all about. It's a very exciting prospect, growing very rapidly. We have with us this morning two individuals who have been at the heart of innovation. One working very carefully on government policy, the other working on technological and business policy, the changing of those institutions, putting those two together. Tom Wheeler began his career as a young Washington policy specialist, working first with the cable television industry and moving on, and that was a very great success as cable became a reality for all Americans almost. He moved from there to developing the cellular technology and became Mr. Mobile Telephone, and has done more in terms of changing the rules and changing laws to allow new technologies to come in. He's the public policy side of this. On the private side, all of you are familiar with Ted Turner, who probably is the great innovator of the last 20 years in the areas of telecommunications. We're all familiar with CNN. Maybe you don't know as much about his first use of the satellite to use that to broadcast cable signals across the country. He's a great innovator in terms of the technologies and of philanthropy. He began working on global philanthropy some 20 years ago, and today has four major efforts. One focused on endangered species, the second a family foundation working primarily on environmental issues, the third a group headed by former Senator Sam Nunn working on nuclear disarmament, and the fourth being the UN Foundation. So we have two great innovators today with us this morning for a dialogue and discussion. I think you'll enjoy this and join me in introducing and in welcoming Tom Wheeler and Ted Turner.